Hey guys, I'm Deshaun Hollywood. If you didn't already know, your favorite bad bitch. And today, it's really lit because I'm coming at y'all with another story time. This time, it's going to be about the first time I had sex with a girl. So if you want to find out whose cherry I popped, then keep watching. Okay, so this story time is going to be very, very interesting. So first of all, my first experience that I had with a girl, I think it's funny for me to even talk about because a lot of people think that I've never had any experiences with a girl, or I've never been with a girl, I've never kissed a girl, I've never had sex with a girl, made out, hooked up, anything. I guess they just see like, you know, this fierce personality that I have and they just think, oh, Deshaun's always been a queen. Deshaun's always been gay. Like, he's never had any girls. But to put them in check, I was very much so a ladies' man back in the day, you know, when I was still straight and everything. There wasn't a chick out there that I couldn't have. There wasn't a chick that I wanted that I didn't have. Like, and even if I didn't want you and probably your man tried to disrespect me, I would have took you. So, speaking of, let's get into this story on how my first experience with a girl was. So, actually, my first experience was with my high school sweetheart. And, you know, we were together for about 3 years. Like, started off freshman year. And how we met in freshman year was, you know, of course, we went to the same school. She was a cheerleader, and I just kind of was like a regular cool dude. I dressed really well. I was cute, so people was like, oh my God, who's that? But at the end of the day, we both were freshmen. She had a little bit more pull because she was a cheerleader at the time, so she already knew some of the upperclassmen. I was coming in fresh. None of my friends that I went to middle school with were coming into my school, so it was like, hey, I'm in here by myself, but you already know, I don't care. I'm about to do it, and it is what it is. So, she had a boyfriend at the time. And like, you know, her boyfriend was one of those type of dudes where I'm gonna just be very transparent with you guys. He was a hood dude. He was a hood hugga-bugga, like running around looking like his boxers are inside out because he didn't wash them. Like, that's the type of dude that he was. Like, let's just keep it a stack. And, you know, I was minding my own little business one day, and because I was a well-dressed guy, they thought that, oh, like, we just gonna punk him, or we're gonna bully him, and we're gonna talk stuff about him, and that's gonna be that. That's not how I operate. That's not how I work. Y'all already know what it is. So, okay. We're in the hallway one day. We were in the athletic hallway. The athletic hallway was like this hallway where, like, if you were a football player, basketball player, cheerleader, whatever, then you got to be in this, like, iconic hallway where, like, only seniors usually were and stuff like that. So, whatever. We're in the athletic hallway. I just so happened to, like, walk past her or whatever. And when I walked past her, you know, she kind of did a double take. She did a double take and she did a look. And, you know, she was in front of her boyfriend. And he was with one of his friends, and I guess they saw her look, so they got pressed about that. They got pressed about it, and, like, they looking at me like, what? Like, what? Like, you looking at him? Actually, his exact words were, you really looking at this faggot? Like, you looking at this faggot? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, what? I'm like, who you? And then his friend laughing, da-da-da-da-da, they getting into it, and then his friend was really like the rough rider out of the group, so he was the one that was willing to, like, you know, go to jail for you if they were in like a real gang, or he was the one that was like, oh, I'll fight for you, I'ma fight for my friend's honor, rah, 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 like, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay, you wanna talk about mama? It's like, no, I'm kidding. But no, I really was like that. I'm like, oh, so you coming for me and you don't even know me? Like, you trying to play me? You calling me out my name? I'm literally what? It was like a weekend. I'm a weekend to high school, freshman, living my life, like not worried about anyone. And you already disrespecting me, calling me out my name, calling me a faggot at that? All right, bet. So instantly, I went into revenge plot. The revenge plot, it was like, oh, okay, I'm a faggot, all right. So let me show you how this faggot can take your bitch. Like, that's what I was at with it. Of course, she's not a bitch, and I'm not being disrespectful at all. Like, she knows I love her. That's my baby. We still talk to this day. Like, you know, that was my high school sweetheart. But anyway, at the time, this is the mindset that I was in, like, towards him. Like, I went home fuming, like, oh, okay, like, they really think it's sweet, like, they think it's sweet, all right, like, I got you, like, I'm gonna take your bitch, like, watch, like, and then I'm gonna show you how much of a faggot I am when not only do I take her, but I'm gonna make her mine, like, I was on it. So, you know, back in my hometown, there's barely anything to do. So the main thing to do was to go to the movies on Friday and Saturday. Going to the movie theater on Friday and Saturday, it was inside of one of our most popular malls. Like, everybody used to go and shop and eat and go to the movies. Like, you know, it was just like a thing. Like, that's what everyone did. Oh my God, I'm just cracking up because I was crazy when I was younger. So, mind you here, you guys, I was a little ratchet back in the day, excuse me. So I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I need you to go to the mall and get me them new J's. Like, I need the new J's right away. And she was like, what? Like, you don't even wear Jordans. I was like, I do now. Like, I want them. So she like, okay, whatever. Like, I guess she probably was just thinking like, you know, he in high school, maybe he's switching it up. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Jordans, but growing up, that's all I ever wore. Like, my play shoes were Jordans. Like, my dad didn't buy us anything but Jordans. So it was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, Jordans when I'm in high school, that's old news. Been there, done that. Like, y'all just now getting hit, been there, done that. So, I didn't wear them. But at that time, I was like, I think she might like that. Because, you know, she was a little Fantasia girl, one of the hood dude at the time. Shit, I said her name. Oh my God, I didn't mean to say her name. Whatever. But my high school sweetheart, she like wanted a hood dude. And so I was like, yes, Mom, let me get them J's. So my mom went and got the brand new J's for me. Like, I don't know how she pulled that off, because usually you gotta have a ticket and a this and a that. But honey, my mom made it happen. She didn't play when it came to me. So I got the new J's. If I'm not mistaken, I was wearing Echo, like Echo Red or something like that. And back in the day, like, it was popping, like, you know, it was all brand new, had just popped the tags on them. And I'm like, I'm going to the movies. Like, I was laced up. So I'm at the movies, and just so happened I end up running into my high school sweetheart. And when I ran into her, you know, I'm just kind of like being extra. I'm like, hey, like, what's up? Like, you know, how you doing? Like, what you up here? Who you up here with? Like, what's going on? Where you at? Da, 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 da. Like, the whole nine. So, you know, she's just like, oh, I'm up here by myself, da da da. I'm like, where your boyfriend at? Like, dude, being a total fuck boy. Like, I was being a total fuck boy. So I'm like, where your boyfriend at? Like, da da da. She like, he not here. Like, he didn't want to come, blah, 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 blah. He probably didn't have any money to go. That's the real shade. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, what? I'm like, what you going to see? Like, you going to the movies? Like, blah, blah, blah. And she like, yeah, I'm actually going with my cousin and my aunt, da 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 da. She like, you should come with me. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go with your cousin and your aunt, but take my number down. So she like, what you mean you're not gonna go with us? And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go with y'all. But I was like, maybe we can go some other time by ourselves, but take my number down. So she was like, she looking at me like, why he asked me to take my number down? Like, he know I got a boyfriend, da 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 da. But she took that number down, right? All right. So she takes my number down, and literally we instantly start texting. Boom, 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 boom. We texted back and forth. So we're texting back and forth, and it's just like, I don't know, like, she kind of digging the way that I'm talking to her. Like, mind you here, I'm flirting, guys. I had an agenda at the time, and I told you, I was that dude. So it was easy. So I'm like, not she was, but just my finesse. Clearing that up, make sure everything is clear. So, you know, skip a day or two, whatever. So, you know, I became like, I guess you could kind of boyfriend number 2, or like that dude on the side, like when your man acting up and you call him one that's nice to you, that like make you laugh, that like stuff like that. So I was that dude for her. Like she would call me all the time and just let me know like, oh my God, like he getting on my nerves, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, fuck him, like leave him, like get with me, basically. So I'm telling her, I'm like, you ain't gotta worry about that if you was with me. Like, oh, if he was a real man, he'd make sure that you had some money in your pocket. If he was a real man, he would be, you know, I'm just finessing, I'm doing all this stuff. So long story short, y'all, she ended up dumping him and getting with your boy. Like, we was together and like, we didn't even hide it. We was out here on some Angelina and Brad type stuff. Like, yep, like she dumped you, she with me, and we out here, we flying it. Like I moved my locker to the athletic hallway. Like, I'm getting a locker in here anyway. I don't care. I don't play no sport. I'm not doing anything and I'm still in the athletic hallway. What's good? Who gonna check me? So we ended up doing all of this. And they were heated. Like her boyfriend was so mad. And you know me, I'm just sitting there, got my rubs hands like Birdman, cocky smile on, cause I'm like, what you said? What you had said? Like, what was that? What did you call me? Oh, cause your girlfriend thinks otherwise. So if you would have played nice, then you could have still had her. But since you decided to get out of your neck and out of your body, yeah, she's on my arm now. So what's good? So anyway, skip that. Now, that's how me and my high school sweetheart met. So it started off as a finesse thing, but then obviously we ended up falling in love with each other and we really like connected because 3 years later, whatever. So first year, my high school sweetheart and I, we used to always try to make it happen. You know, young kids thinking we're grown, we're in high school now, like, you know, it's time. It's time to, we don't want to be virgins anymore. Like, let's make this next step. The whole freshman year, we tried, we failed. All that goes into trying and failing. Like, we just couldn't get it right the first time around. Then the second year, we were sophomores in high school now. So mind you here, you guys, skip into a year. All of that still going on. They still pressed. They still mad that I took her from him. But we still going strong. And everybody like, oh my God, y'all so cute. Like when we're seniors, y'all gonna be cutest couple. Blah, blah, blah. Like, cause you know, high school sweetheart used to dress her ass off. Like, and I used to dress my ass off. So it was like us together. They used to be looking at us like, why y'all look like y'all going to fashion show and y'all only going to class? That's what we do. So sophomore year, I'm like, we're gonna make this happen. I started driving then. I was the only dude in our class who had a car at the time. Like, literally, I was able to get us back and forth. And both of us we was on student council. So when we was on student council, we used to always have to do these little extracurriculum activities after school. And like, just doing anything, organizing dances or figuring out this, like just student council stuff, like what we need to do, making the school look better. Like I remember we ended up painting the cafeteria. Like that was a big thing in our school colors. We always wanted to be very spirited. So that's what it was. So anyway, the day where we actually were supposed to be painting for student council, like we decided, we came up with a plan the night before. We like, hey, look, because my grandmother at the time, she used to live walking distance from my high school. Like the house that she was in was so close. It was like a jump, hop, and a skip. We were right there. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, like I got a little plan for us. Like I got a key to my grandma's house. Like, let's go. Like we gonna make this happen. She's not there. Like she works during the day. Like we gonna be good. I got my own room over there. So it's not like we're gonna be disrespectful in grandma's bed. Like it's good. Oh my God, my grandma, if she sees this, I'm sorry, Granny. Like, please don't get me. But anyway, so I told her, I'm like, so when we go to student council, we gonna act like we gonna be painting, and then we're gonna be like, we gonna be back, y'all. We gonna run this errand real quick, da 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 da. We're gonna go to my house, and we gonna make it, and we're gonna go to my granny's house, and we're gonna make it happen. So she's like, all right, cool, cool, cool. So the next day, we at student council, like, we supposed to be painting. I think we both painted like a wall or a piece of a wall, and then I'm like, hey, like, let's go, like, let's get out of here. So, we basically make our way out. I drive over to my grandmother's house. And mind you here, I was prepared. I'm like, yes, I got the protection that we need. I got everything planned out. Like, it's all gonna be good. Yada, yada, yada. So, we get there, like, we duck off. I drive to my grandma's house. Like, we go inside, no one's there, the coast is clear, so I'm like, okay, bet, cool, like, come on in, like, let's go. We go up to my guest room in my grandma's house, which was my room, and I'm like, all right, so, I mean, you want to do it in silence, or you want to do it with music, like, how you want to do it, da-da-da-da. She starts freaking out, y'all. Like, I'm literally looking at her, like, she hyperventilating, sweating, and all this stuff, and I'm like, wait, I'm like, time out. You want to do this, right? Like, you want to do this? Like, what's going on? Like, I just feel like I'm feeling uncomfortable right now. Like, why you freaking out? Like, what's going on? So she's just like, no, like, I mean, you know, I want to do this, but this is just like a big moment. Like, I'm about to lose my virginity. Like, like doing what all girls do, like when they are about to like lose their virginity and stuff like that. So, I like basically comfort her, make her feel good and stuff. I'm like, listen, if you don't want to do this, it's completely up to you. Like, I wasn't that much of a fuckboy, guys. Like, you know, I still was a gentleman at heart. Like, so I'm like, look, if you don't want to do this, like, you know, you don't got to do it. Like, I understand. Like, I'm not going to be mad at you. Like, you know, I still love you. What's good? Mwah! And she like, okay, no, like, we good. Like, we already here. Like, let's just do it, blah, blah, blah. So, we end up, like, you know, starting. I'm definitely not going to go into details of what happened, but this girl, I swear to you, she cried before, during, and after. Like, after, she just like, oh my God, I can't believe I lost my virginity. Like, I can't believe me. I'm over here doing the Jody dance. Like, ooh, you gonna make them tacos. Like, so happy because I finally can be like, oh, I'm not a virgin anymore. Like, because, I mean, I feel like we were late bloomers. Like, most people, they was rat butting it and doing it way back when, like elementary school, middle school, and we waited until high school, so I was like pretty proud of us. Second year of high school at that. So it was a thing. But I like comforted her, I talked to her, like we cuddled afterwards. I'm like, I don't know why you tripping. Like, you probably think that I'm gonna like leave you or something now that I got it and it's over with. Like, no, it's not like that. Like, I'm still here for you. Like, I'm all about you, like whatever. So then finally she cheered up and like we like making up and snuggling and kissing and stuff like that. Going again, rounds and rounds and rounds again. Like, I mean, I would go into detail, guys, but I still have to keep the respect of her. Like, that is a woman, and, you know, at that time, that's a very intimate time, so I'm not going to go into details of it. If it was me, or maybe if y'all want to hear the other story about when I lost my other virginity, I can go into more details about that. But, yes, for this one, I just kind of got to, like, keep it short and sweet for the respect of her, because, again, like I said, we are still friends. Like, I do still love her, and I don't want her to be offended by this video at all. This is all love and fun, trust me. So then, y'all, of course, it's been like hours now. Like, it's been hours. We gotta go back to the school. Like, I'm like, we supposed to be running an errand. We done been gone for hours. Like, what's good? So, you know, we get dressed, and plus I'm like, wait, Granny gonna be coming home anytime now. Like, we got to get up out of here. So we go get dressed. Like, we go back to the school. When we get back to the school, everything is done. everything is done. Everything that was involving student council about what we needed to do, what we needed to participate in is done. And everybody looking at us like, where did y'all go? Like, where y'all go? Where y'all been? Like, I don't understand. Like, y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all painted one wall and then left and bounced and da-da-da-da-da. So we like, what y'all talk about? We've been here the whole time. Like, we've been trying to get these errands, lying out the skin of our teeth. Like, literally, no. Y'all already know where we was. But everybody, you know, kids in high school, they like, we know where y'all going. We know where y'all going. Why you walking funny? Why you walking funny? Like, just, I mean, even if it wasn't that, like, some of my friends, they were in the upper classes and stuff. They coming up to me like, Deshaun, like, bro, and I'm like, no, like, what is going on? Because we even agreed, like, we're not going to tell anybody. We're not going to tell anyone. Well, of course, she told one person, I told one person, those people told two people, them two people told other people, those people told other people, everybody told everybody, then next thing you know, it's all over the school. My high school sweetheart and I lost our virginity. Like, that was the thing. Like, you know, everybody talking about it. So, it gets back to her, you know, her ex-boyfriend who she with, and he's salty. Like, he's so mad because she always told him no. She always told him no. Like, no, I'm not losing my virginity to you. No, I'm not losing my virginity to you. Like, what? Like, if I'm gonna lose my virginity to you, then you better be cashing me out. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, like, she was a bad and bougie type chick, and that's what it came with. It comes with the territory. But see, it cost to be the boss, and I paid it. Because when she was with me, I was buying Juicy Couture bracelets and necklaces and flip-flops, and I made sure she was in the baddest and lace. Like, honestly, that's just how I was. Like, when I dated girls, I was that dude. It was like, you didn't have to want for anything. Anytime we had a meal, I'm paying for it. You don't ever go in your pocket. Like, she used to literally force me to let her pay for stuff. Like, I would never like her to pay for anything, but she would be like, no, like, I'm buying this. Like, okay, well, if you bought our movie tickets, I'm buying our munchies. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, what are you talking about? I'm buying everything. And, like, she was like, no, like, that's not happening. That's not it. So, we really just kind of had that looking out for each other, we're a team type of relationship. So, long story short, he salty, he mad, they ready to fight me because he just can't believe that I really got the upper hand on him like that. Like, yeah, bruh, watch your lip, because you never know what's up my sleeve. And you know, I actually did that to a couple of dudes in high school. Like, a couple of dudes made the mistake by, like, trying to be like, oh yeah, he a faggot, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, but your girl don't think so. Blah, blah, blah. Like, literally, I remember this one dude, he started crying. He started crying because this girl that he was talking to, like, you know, they were together. Actually, they probably were together as long as me and my high school sweetheart were together. But, like, you know, everybody go through their little rough patches. They go through their breakups. And we had already been kind of sneaking and talking on the low, like, And, yeah, so when he made that mistake and said that, I was like, oh, you think it's funny? Bet. And this dude, like, he had something wrong with his physical appearance. Like, something that happened when he was younger happened to his physical appearance. And, everybody thought that I was going to go for that. Everybody thought that I was going to go for, like, oh, I'm going to talk about his appearance because he obviously has this wrong. No. To me, that was too easy. I'm going to hit you where it hurts. I'm a faggot. All right, well, let me show you how your girl love this faggot. Like, yeah, your girl want it. So, okay. So, literally, same thing happened to him with running that mouth, running that trap, and I had to bag her real quick, and we was about to do the thing too, but, you know, I ended up not being all the way that much of a savage, and I kept it cute and I kept it clean, and it actually was a good thing that we never did that, because when we grew up, we turned out and found out that we were actually related and cousins. Could you imagine if that would have went through? Oh my God, I would have been sick. Like, oh, what is happening in the world? But, yes. Guys, that is all that I have for you today. That was the first time that I ever had an experience with a girl who actually turned out to be my high school sweetheart. But yes, guys, that is the story about me losing my virginity to my high school sweetheart, or the first experience that I ever had with a girl. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I need you to like, subscribe, and share. And leave me some comments down in the comment box. Like, if you thought this was funny, let me hear Team Hollywood in the comment box, because it's Hollywood. Hollywood, and it's... And until next time,